Okay, so I'm making this video knowing full well people will not like my review of this. Glitch fans can be ruthless. But I was not a fan of the Knights of Guinevere pilot. If I had to describe it in one word, it's boring. I didn't particularly love any of the characters, I didn't love the plot, I didn't really love anything, honestly. I am usually a big supporter of what Glitch does. I have supported all their shows, I think most of them are really good. But this is one I'm not feeling. It has a lot of potential before you guys get mad. I will say in the future I can see the potential for this to be great, but as it stands right now, it's mediocre at best, honestly. Remember to like, subscribe, and hype the video if you enjoy it, and let's get right into it. So first I want to get this out of the way, this was not made for me. People who were fans of the Owl House would probably love this. It's very much reminiscent of that Disney XD era, but a lot more gory and adult. I was not a big Owl House guy. It's not bad or anything, but it just never clicked with me. And so I did not expect to love it going in, and I was right, I did not love it. But in terms of more specific examples of why I'm not a big fan of it, let's go over some more details. First, something I noticed very Vivzy Pop-like in terms of they curse a lot. They say the word shit like every 5 seconds. And I won't say this bothers me too much because I am a fan of Vivzy Pop's works, but it is worth pointing out as something that is obviously a flaw, even if a very minor one. Let's look at the characters though, because when I like a story, something that always is the most important thing to me is the characters. If I don't like the characters, I don't like the story. And that's what's going on here. There was one, and I mean literally only one character I liked. It's Sparky. Sparky's just cool. He aura farms, he smokes, he does whatever. That's just his point. He aura farms, basically. That's the best way I can describe it. He doesn't do much outside of that. And you know what? That's fine. That's cool. I like him. I think in the future he's going to be very interesting. Positive characters aside, we got the other main characters, Andi and Frankie. Not big on them, I can't lie. They are incredibly boring. They fit very stereotypical character tropes, like Frankie's super high energy and, oh no, they've got insecurities and they want to be something more than what they are, whoa. And Andi is more serious and has an attitude and she's mean sometimes. Like, you see what I mean? There's not really a lot more to them outside of that at the moment. Of course, like I said, in the future, this will obviously change as they get explored more, but right now I'm not loving what they're working with. Guinevere herself is also pretty one-dimensional and boring. She's nice. Whoa. And also, she's strong. She took down the big Titan thing. Good for her, I guess. You see where I'm going here? A lot of the characters don't really do anything past their stereotype or the mold they're supposed to fit. They don't really go beyond that. And that's a problem. Characters make a show. Not just for me, for many other people. If you have not great characters, your show is not going to be great. That's just how it is. And right now, the characters are not great, so the show is not great. Like I said, again, it's just a pilot, it could change, but we're getting off topic again. The comedy is fine, I guess. I laughed like once. I don't think it's the funniest thing in the world, but it's not terrible. I never cringed at one of the jokes, but it's nothing standout. The thing that disappointed me the most, however, was the world, or the world building. When I was going into this, looking from the first teaser trailer, when it was like, oh, she's in a blissful state, but in reality she's being tampered with and she's all this gory stuff is going on in the background and it's going to be like a simulation. No. That's not really what happened. It seems there's still some element of that with her bringing other people into a simulation. Like we saw with Frankie, she had a simulation or she had a vision of her as a kid, and Guinevere as the princess, not all beat up. And at the end, it seems they're going more simulation heavy, but they didn't lean into that quite as much as I was hoping they would, unfortunately. That was something I was really looking forward to. And the world, it's very dystopian, very futuristic. That's just right up my alley. but unfortunately it's just not fleshed out enough. All we really know at the moment is this theme park is seemingly a big part of society, so much so they actually have slurs for people that work there, which is crazy by the way, and the fumes that make you sick if you work there. Other than that, we don't really have too much to go off of. But here's the biggest problem with this pilot, and the thing that really made me not love it. Nothing happens. Now, I don't hate when things are not as fast-paced as the stuff I like. Like, you know, Hazbin Hotel, Gaslight District, Murder Drones, very fast-paced shows. I don't mind slower-paced shows, but this is just like, nothing happened, man. You know what I mean? Like, literally nothing happened. And I wish something did happen. There is no moment from the pilot that I really like look at. I can grab a scene from it and I can be like, this is standout, I love this. Not a single scene like that. I can usually do that, but there's not a single scene where I'm like, I love this, you know? Another way to describe it is with Murder Drone's TADC episodes or Gaslight District, I'm thinking about it days after. I don't think I'm gonna be thinking about Knights of Guinevere tomorrow, honestly. Well, other than the fact that I have to edit this video, you know. But yeah, it's just not very interesting, not very standout. Feels very run-of-the-mill, which is a shame because Glitch is usually good at avoiding that. So yeah, a combination of I don't love the characters, I don't love the amount of stuff that happened, or in other words, I don't love the plot. I don't love the setting nearly as much as I was hoping to. I don't like the direction they're going, and all that adds up to a show I just feel is mid. It's not bad by any means, it's just mid. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Not great, but not terrible. The animation, for one thing, is stellar, and like I said, I did like Sparky, and the 6 instead of a 5 would mostly be for the fact that it's got potential. I can see the vision here, so that is why I'm giving it a 6 and not a 5 or a 4. But it's very standard, you know? It's not terrible. It's not something I'd be like, whoa, I hate this. And maybe it'd be better if it was like that, because then I'd actually think about it. But right now, it's just a nothing burger. I'm like, I see it, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, that's fine. And then I move on. And that's not what I feel like these shows should be, especially indie shows, which relies so much on the fan support and the funding from merch sales. That isn't boring and forgettable is not something you want to be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, my pretty much script-free video of the Knights of Guinevere. I've obviously got some notes on the side, but this was a very negative video, which is not usually my type of video. I usually make more positive videos, but I did want to share my honest thoughts. So if you did respect that or enjoy the video, or even if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. But again, make sure to like, subscribe, and hype the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.